my mic. Yo, what up, guys? What up? What up? Another day, another day. Hopefully, y'all guys doing good. This is what Thursday. Dude, this whole week going by so damn quick, man. So quick. Um, but hopefully, y'all guys doing good, man. I know the weekend's coming up. Again, gonna be Friday tomorrow. Um, so yeah, man. What do I have planned for this weekend? I'm gonna be streaming Friday on Twitch. So Friday nights I stream on Twitch, chill, hang out, drink some tequila or some bourbon or something. But either way, I'll be on Twitch probably around like 10 p.m. or so. Hang out with family. I actually want to go to the movies, man. I want to go see Air. Haven't seen it yet. I want to go check it out to see what's about. But again, guys, I'm working right now. Again, what time is it? 2. Got on a bit later. I was gonna get out earlier, but I had a meeting with a client. And again, I try not to join my live stream when I know I have to, be on a call. Cause then I have to mute my mic. I can't, I don't want to be recording and broadcasting some of the meetings that I'm having. But either way, that's why it took a bit longer than expected anyways. So, but that's fine, guys. Let me share with y'all what I'm working on today. Actually, today's been extremely busy. There have been a few issues. There were some changes that we did on a certain process. We're seeing that we're still having some issues with it. So I got to go and do some research. I think I know what's happening. We have this integration project where we're transmitting these events from system A to system B, and I manage the integration, these events. And what's happening is, it was initially built to only have in this case, we're dealing with shipments, what's considered to transport legs. As an example, let's say if you have a container shipping from Vietnam to China, and then from China to the US, as an example, those are 2 legs, 2 different movements. And it was initially built to accommodate those scenarios. Well, there was one specific shipment where it actually moved like 4 times. I have no idea why, but it moved from point A to point B to point C to point D, and then eventually point D to E. So, yeah, need to see based on all that. I think we didn't accommodate for the extra legs, so that's causing some issues. I need to look into that piece. Had a meeting this morning with a customer over some testing that we're doing. So pretty much I'm connecting to their endpoint, to their URL endpoint, and I have an XML to post, and it's formatted in the SOAP format. So that seems fine. All that seems valid, but for some reason it won't post. That's where I'm having issues. And on their side, they're mentioning, some issue may be related because the Postman, they're like, try SOAP UI. And so ultimately I tried SOAP UI, still having the same issues. He showed me when we went to the process on his side, he did it not being connected to their network, like their VPN, and it worked fine. So I'm trying to figure out why my testing, I'm not having success. So I'm not sure, man. I'm stuck on that piece. What else? So I spent some time this morning looking into that. What I'm working on now is we have some events that never. So again, I manage integration for one of my clients. So we send a lot of transmissions, XMLs over to the system. Ultimately, the system shows when you log into the portal that they never received these events. But when I look at our logs, that showed that they did. We did transmit these events and they got them. Well, let me rephrase it. We did transmit the events, number one. Then I checked our log, our acknowledgement table that we have, and we did get a acknowledgement back. As we posted the XML, we got an acknowledgement back Well, the acknowledgement came back as failed. Have no idea why, but it failed. It didn't provide a reason why it failed. It just would know that it failed. So that makes sense why in the portal it doesn't show being updated. So I need to retransmit these guys back. So that's kind of what I'm going to do right now. Let me do that and get this knocked out the way. I need to put these events put them back in the queue. So yeah, they'll get retransmitted. So let me put everything back in wait status in the queue, and then I'm going to rerun the process, and ultimately this should resend these events back. And if I get a failed message, I could look into it, like product request, reach out to the trade partner. I have their contact information to see like, hey, what's happening? Why are they failing, right? Why am I XML failing? Because it's not telling me why it's failing, but obviously it's failing. So I need to check that out. Let's see. All right, so I put everything back in the queue, and let me go ahead and where's my job to do that? There it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and run this job. Yeah, let me go ahead and rerun this process. And then I'll be able to validate as this job is running to see. Yeah, once the job finishes, I'll be able to check to see. So I have the job running here. We got a few steps, obviously. So overall, it runs pretty quickly. We had an issue at one point, dude. The job was taking a long time. The reason why that one of the procedures that we had was actually calling this function, this SQL function, where inside the function it was actually calling this external database to do a query to get back a reference number back. And that was like taking way too long. Dude, it was too slow. Ultimately, we end up doing, because we need that key value, that system ID that we don't have, but we need to get it from the system. What we ended up doing was we built a process to do a dump. We dump in the system keys that we need. We're grabbing it from the system, and then we're pretty much just dumping it to a table. And we just, add on to it, right? As we run the process over and over again. I think it runs once at night, like at midnight or something. So now, whenever that procedure that we have, when it called that function, what we did, that function is not calling that external database now to be able to query it. What it's doing, it's literally just querying a table that we actually have in the database, and that's indexed as well. So now the querying on that, it's like almost instant, right? So, dude, that helped out a lot. So let's let that run. Let's see. All right, so what step it is on? Step 2, so this should be almost done. Yeah, it's taking longer than normal in ways, but it should be done any second. There you go, that's done. The only steps that take a few seconds or at least a minute is this step, and I think this one takes like anywhere between 30 to maybe 50 seconds. There it goes, 13 seconds. Everything else is pretty pretty quickly. So let's see. All right, so now it's done with this piece. This piece was the main thing that matters. Once this finishes, what happens is there's another job that we have, which is this one. And we have what's called outbound queue. So pretty much it's, yeah, and this job is actually running right now. So it's running this procedure. Um, and then ultimately these jobs are all the ones that send the XMLs over to the RESTful API. As you could tell, we have multiple running concurrently. You know, job 1, job 2, job 3. These are all running at the same time. So the way these work, each job, I believe, contains maybe like 50 XMLs at a at a time to kind of be able to send all the XMLs over. So because it's 50 at a time and we have 3 jobs, that means we could send 150, right? You know, simultaneously. And then it just runs like every 2 minutes or so. And we do this because, especially in the mornings, we have a lot of activity. Like our queue, we literally would have, I mean, easily maybe like 15 to 2,000 all at once waiting to be sent for the bill of ladings, orders, and packing lists. Sometimes even the thousands, you know, like tens of thousands. There have been some cases where like maybe 10,000 or plus, like all at once. So ultimately, we send them in batches, right? And normally, when we get like 10,000 or more, it may take about an hour, and we end up pushing all of that over probably sooner because it does run somewhat quickly. But all right, I think it's done. I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna log into the system now to see what I could find. See if the one that had issues with, because there's the one specifically that had issues, to see if that fixed it or not. And so far, man, it's not fixed. Interesting. Let's see what's happening here. I'm wondering if nothing's showing up yet. So I'm gonna need to check to see our logs if it failed again, and if it failed, why? Why is it failing? It's not giving me a message back on why it's failing, and that's the thing that's kind of strange. Hmm. Oops. Dude, I don't know what the hell is up with my camera, man. I haven't been able to get it fixed. See how you see like the black bars on the left and right. So that is strange, man. I'm not sure what's going on. There we go. That's how I had it initially. I don't know why it got reverted back for some reason. And you know what? I need to charge my phone too because I don't have a lot of power on it. Okay. So this should have been sent now. Nope, nothing. What the hell is going on here, man? All right, let me make sure, man, that it actually got sent. Cause now I'm just kind of curious now. Yeah, they're all complete now. Everything that we had got pushed over. got sent. Let me find the one that I'm looking for, which is, what's the number, dude? I just had it over here. It ends with 79. There it goes. Yep, here it goes. This guy. Let me check on my outbound queue table. See what I get. Yep, it got sent. When did it get sent? What time is it? So just a few minutes ago. Yep, got sent. Everything seems good, looks good, but obviously, there it goes. Now it's there. I don't know why it took a minute, but now it's showing up. Cool. Very, very strange, man. Not sure what happened there, but it's good now. Cool. That's what I was looking for. So let me go ahead and I'm going to email back the client that everything's good now. Let's see. So after researching, I did see that we did transmit these events to Bamboo Rose, but some of them failed. Not sure for what reason, because the response we got from API didn't mention reason of failure. I went and transmitted these events, and now they are showing up good in Bamboo Rose. Let me know if you have any questions. All right, cool. So that's done. Again, I have no idea why that happened, but it did, which is very strange. So let's go ahead and move on. Oh, let me try to think. So let me see. One of my clients we manage. I built this app for them that I manage, and ultimately this app is connected to an Excel sheet that they have as well. That accounting use. They use it to do some calculations for like payment, like to pay contractors and things of that nature. And for some reason, there's a specific transaction that she's mentioning is not showing up on the Excel piece. It exists in the web app, but in the Excel piece, it does not exist. Again, for whatever reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at it and see what I could find. Let's see. Hey, Carlos, how you doing? How's your day going? Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Like always, man. Thanks for stopping by for a few, and appreciate all the support, man. That y'all been giving me. I do appreciate it. So I'm looking at the web portal. Everything seems fine. I don't see no issues here. It has the information, no missing information. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. That looks good. That looks good. Let's see, when was this updated? Last updated today. What's today? The 20th? Yeah, 20th. But yeah, there's no issue there. I don't see no issue with this. So probably what I need to do is I'm going to connect to one of my PCs. So again, I work on a Mac Studio, but I do have Windows PCs, and I got a few, and ultimately in this case they're dealing with an Excel file that's connected to the database to refresh data, and we have an ODBC connection for that, and I have that in my Windows computer. So what I'm gonna go ahead and try to do is open up that file, refresh it. Let's see if I could find it real quick. Yes, there it goes. I'm not sure what file it was. I need to see if she provided the file. Let's see, production workbook. Let me try that. I'm not sure which file it is that she having issues with, but I know I have my ODBC connection to this sheet that connected properly. So let me refresh to confirm, at least at the minimum, that it's pulling in all the data correctly, to make sure that there's not an issue where maybe it's not pulling it in. So far, it seemed to... Ooh, hold up. What happened here? Oh, this is the test data, I believe. Damn it. So I need to change my connection. All right, let me see. Table. Let me see where my connection. Yeah, it's pointing to dev, and that's not right. This needs to be pointed to prod. So let me open up my so one of the tools, one of the application services that I use for managing credentials and passwords and all that, and I'll share it. I guess I'll share the website. Anybody who knows. So I don't, especially since for my business, it's more of a reason not to do this. But I do not just create generic passwords anymore. One of the things that I do, I use a, damn it, let's see. I use a password management service, which is in my case Keeper Security. So this is what I use. I use the business version as well because I have a few licenses. I think I have like maybe 6 licenses, which is obviously not just me who uses it, but people from my team, anybody that's part of, that needs access to certain services like databases, servers, whatever it is, right? GitLab, things of that nature, that gets created in here. I recycle the passwords every so often. So as passwords gets updated, it's all managed here. So ultimately what happens is, these passwords are hard as hell to begin with. So nobody going to remember what the passwords are. And on top of that, people like you and myself, anytime I need to log in, I use this app, right? I have an add-on over here, but on a MacBook, on Mac, there is a app that, Keeper Security app that you could install. Ultimately, I use that, and that's where I copy and paste my credentials to log in. Because I'm in a habit of doing that now. I don't ever forget my credentials to log in. I don't need to reset my password because I forgot it, because everything being managed to the platform. Second, as we change passwords, sometimes we do it because the service requires that you change it. Other time we do it for best practice, we just go ahead and change the passwords, and then ultimately I would update it in this app. And so as anybody from my team goes and logs in with this specific credentials, as they copy and paste the password, they're getting the latest password automatically, right? Because everything's kind of in sync. So I like it. I haven't had any issues. I know there's other ones out there. So, I mean, I guess, not sure to what extent what makes one better than the other ones, but I have not had any issues with this. If anything, I like it a lot. Very easy, very straightforward. So I'm a big fan of it, and no complaints on my side. But that's kind of what I use. Not just me, but that's what we use here internally. So now let me go back to, I need to connect. So the spreadsheet that I had, it was actually connected to test. I need to go ahead now connect to production database. So let's see, where's prod? Here's prod. Yep, that looks good. Let's see if it connects. It may ask me for credentials, but I think it may have my credentials set. So let's see if it takes or not. There it goes. Now I got some data. Nice. So now I should have a lot of data, right? Yes, I do have a lot of data. So let me see, what's that form, that job number? So number that I'm looking for is 1679. Where is it? 79. Boom, there it goes. It's in here. It's bringing it in. Yeah, I don't see what issue this may be causing, but it's in there. So let me reach out back to the client. All right, so let's see what she says. I need to see which report. They have like 3 reports, so I'm not sure which one it is. But at least one of the one that I checked, data is flowing in. That record's flowing in. So only thing I could think of, she probably has, maybe she hasn't refreshed her file. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna wait and see what she says. All right, let's see what else. So we have, are you able to figure out? So I'm just messaging somebody from my team. They're working on these. One of our clients provided some issue that they found. We're not live with the process. We're about to go live though, I think next week. But there was a few small, one issue, 2 issues, better yet, and then like 2 changes. So somebody from my team is working on it. And I think they got everything done, but there's one item I need to make sure that they fixed or not. Were you able to figure figure out the duplicates, curriculum, assignment issues that they mention in the email. So let's see. The lead rate isn't pulling through to our spreadsheet. Lead rate. All right. So let's see what's happening here. Lead rate. So we have bill rate, pay rate. Oh, I see what's happening. Lead rate. So eligible for OT. No. Required lead rate. Yes. Lead rate type hourly. Lead rate hourly 4.5. So it's not that this is not being populated in their data set, it's that it's not calculating a specific value, which again, that's the one thing I would say with customers sometimes, man. You do gotta reach out and ask additional questions, because what they're like, they may say one thing, hey, I don't see this. And then when you ask them, it's not that they don't see it. Like, oh, I don't see this field being calculated right. That's a complete different request and I don't see it. So it is what it is, right? So let's see. I'm going to, let me take a look at, what do I have? Let me see. I did a refresh on my table over here. I'm going to go ahead and save and close, bring that data in so I could filter it by the right. But I don't think in this spreadsheet that I have, we're doing lead rates here. Like calculations. Oh, damn it. Oh, it is recalculating some stuff. Damn it, I lost connection to my remote PC. I don't know how the hell that's happening, dude. This is all local. Make sure nothing wrong with my router is good. That is strange. That is very, very strange. I'm still streaming, so at least internet's good. But again, even the internet was down. There we go, they reconnected. Yeah, that was strange, man. I'm not sure what happened there. So let me see how this is calculating lead rate. So let's see, required lead rate, yes. Hourly, yes. Lead rate hourly 4.5. Okay, that seems fine. So I don't think this is the right report. I think that may be the reason why I may be looking at the wrong report. So let's look at, let's see, that was a production workbook. Maybe master file. Yeah, let me look at master file. And let me refresh. Okay, so let's see, what do I get here? Let me filter on, what was it, 1679. Yep, that was the ID. Let me see how pay rate is being calculated here. So this shows bill rate, pay rate. We have notes, lead, normalized, hourly rate. I'm going to assume this must be with some sort of calculation in the spreadsheet. So it may not be database related. It may be calculation related. So let me see. This is coming from column, where is it at? AG. Bill rate. Yeah, I have no idea, man. I'm trying to see where this would even be. Let me see if I find 1679. So it's not on this page, it seems like. Hmm. Yeah, this is odd. I need to ask for more details. Thank you for taking a look for me. The lead rate isn't pulling through to our spreadsheet. Which spreadsheet are you having issues with? All right, let's see. She provides the name of which one it is. Dude, I see everything. Everything looks valid. Let me see. Probably need to check the database to see if we have any ones with same kind of scenario and see if there's any issues with those guys. So let me connect to their database. So in this case, it would be required lead rate is yes. There it goes. Yeah, we got a handful of these guys. All right, so if this was a true issue, dude, we would have had an issue a long time ago. So this is an open status. I don't know. I'm trying to think if that matters or not. I'm gonna assume probably not. Cause because I don't think we have any logic based on approve or open. Lead normalize hourly rate. Okay, so we do have a table for that. A column, my bad, a column for that. What is it called again? Lead normalize hourly rate. Um, so lead hourly rate is 40. But that's odd. So there's a bill rate, pay rate, $40 off the top. And they lead rate hourly, which is $40. So let's look at this other one. Lead rate, which is $8. But I think that's added on top of their normal base pay rate. Let me do the calculation. Dude, I'm surprised my camera hasn't shut off on me. There it goes. Yeah, I need to see what report they're looking at because I'm not seeing the issue. All right, I'm gonna switch over to something else. I emailed her and see what she said. I can't do nothing about it now. So when somebody from my team having an issue, so let me see. They're working on these changes, but they don't understand one of the changes. The client asks, where's the original email at? There it goes. Let me connect to the database. Let me find the database. And what is this table called? Yes, it is this one. Trying to think now. Let me see. Let me make sure the client understand. This is great, Stephanie. Thank you. Quick question. One of the examples, he's 96%, but 4% is option, blah, blah, blah. No, let me see. We say Andrew remaining 4% is optional. You can complete. There is not a flag for any optional training. Okay, your question did help me see that Andrew curriculum was assigned 3 different times, 2 different, and I will go back and we'll dedupe these entries. The overall percentage doesn't change. There should only be one line in the detail 5, which is really good catch. Hold on, maybe this is not. No, hold on. This is the Excel attachment. All right, let's see if she could figure that out. All right. Let's see, guys. It's already okay. Been about 45 minutes long. At least, again. Normally try to do an hour, so came close when I had to shut it down. Um, Again, guys, like always, man. Those of you who joined the stream, man, appreciate it. Ultimately, the stream, I'll be sharing with y'all, discussing what I'm working on. I'll share stuff as I can. There's some things obviously that I just can't really share my screen because I am working on, you know, real projects, you know, type deal. So there are some emails or some data results or code that maybe I can't show, but when I can, I will. And obviously, if you have any questions, guys, feel free in the comments to ask whatever questions you have that I'm working on. And yeah, man, again, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the months of April. It's already April 20th. So for the remaining of the months, I will be streaming Monday through Friday, every day around this time. So again, guys, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining the stream. And I see y'all guys next time.